listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Alright. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Wednesday. It is the hump day. Can you say the hump day? It is November 16th, 2022. Believe me, these are the first words I have said in probably a day and a half. I didn't even know I had a voice until this second. I didn't even test it, didn't even sing, didn't even try it. Yeah, every now and then, Goof On gets a little down and out. Can't be here. But here we are. I was running around before the show. I was looking for water, vape, this, my phone. We're ready to go. Taking 2 days off. Let's just say it wasn't a vacation. It sucked. And glad to be back, though. It's just a temporary couple of days off. You guys needed it more than me. You guys needed a rest from Goof On, believe you me. There's a lot of great shows out there on at this time, right? No? There's none? It's prime time. There's a ton of shows out there. There really isn't, is there? No. Why would you come here for ufology? Well, let me answer that question. It's truthology for ufology. It goes all over feeling a little better. So we're going to talk about the kids in the hall. I don't know about these two. We talked about it on the show before, about how it is extremely possible that these two jamokes are pulling the biggest con on ufology. And I would have to say more her than he. He's working the inside, she's working the outside. You see? He's got his foot on the inside of ufology, and she's got her toes in the pond for the people. Pond for the people, Lou for the losers. No, I don't know. I just L with L, P for P. Yeah, I had nothing there and I went with it. But we're going to talk about whether or not we're living in a UFO Psy-Op world. I know you're going to say, Rich, but people have experiences. I know. I didn't say it's fake. I said we're living in a Psy-Op world where everything people like this that worked in the government try to make us think things they want us to think. But for experiencers, we know the truth. Don't we? Yeah, that's what I thought, see? You're a bunch of dirty rats over there, see? Pulling up the big looshki and the big lieski. Not in the mood for ski. No lying in ufology. That's the way it should be. But sadly, do they have this many liars in crocheting.com, I wonder? I mean, that's a question I bring up time and time again. I don't know. Let's do a little bit of roll call and get this shindig on the road, shall we? Sure, why not? Hey, David Wilcox got the first dibs today. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Hey, Greg O'Brien. Welcome to the show. Anjali. She's not unattractive. I mean, this picture, not her best look. But when she was younger, 3 years ago, she's all right. She can doll herself up nicely, put the makeup on. But yeah, she's old news. Feast Monkey, welcome to the show. Rebecca Wild, how you doing, huh? How you doing, Rebecca? Me too. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Moody Mongol is here. Welcome to the show. Come for UFOs. Oh, what a great comment. Yeah, I have a surprise for you. It's amazing. Welcome to the show. Sky Allen, welcome to the show. You kids. I know I'm doing it. I'm changing it. I know I'm changing it to classic. See? There you are. See? It jumped on me. F-Graph 72. Welcome to the show. Ozzy Tiger, welcome to the show. Brian McAllister there, welcome to the show. Lantonio! I'm going to have breakfast tomorrow morning and I'm going to have my Lantonios. Lantonios! You can't eat just one. I got chicken. That's a good one. Lantonios. It's like Cheerios. All right. Not good. I thought it was great. Shelly Michelle Morrison. Anybody for a little SMM, please? How you doing, Shell? I just used your initials instead, I guess, S&M, SMM. All right. That was a joke. Don't tell me. I'm going to get an email. No emails about that. How dare you use my initials for sadistic masochisms? Zach Diecast Mom. Welcome to the show. Lisa M. Welcome to the show. That's a good looking picture. I like the hair. The hair looks stupid. Welcome to the show. Diane Boss. Aw, look at that. You guys look great. I like it with the light coming on behind off over your guys. It's like the angels are checking you out. Just good picture there. Welcome to the show. Stephen Kahn. Welcome to the show. How you doing, brother? Yeah? All right. Nathan Allen, Nathan Nitsky, Nathan's Hot Dogs. Welcome to the show. All right, who's at the front door? Moondust. How you doing? Yeah. 80s here. Hey, little buddy. What's up, Gil? Gilligan, my boy. Gilligan, my boy. Oh, hey, Mr. Howell. Oh, that's right. I do not have... Yeah, Mike Johnson's not here either. Paul Tucker, welcome to the show. Raymond Laurence, welcome to the show. The man with the new channel, back in action. Rich, Dark Sky Files. I love it, man. Glad you're back. Keep doing what you're doing. One of those channels will stick around forever, and then we'll have everything in one good place in history. If you haven't been to Dark Sky Files channel, check it out. Nathan's channel. All these guys have great channels. I didn't leave it out. I'm going to leave it out. And don't forget to watch Gilligan's Island every single day. Tim Freestone, Josie UK. And him, did I miss anybody? All right, let's get going. And Stu Gerson. Yeah, I don't know. Those guys come and go. Maybe because I didn't have a show for 2 days, they thought, uh-oh, they got him. If I am gone, check this out. If I am ever gone, I was going to say 3 days because that's a rarity. That only happened once, about 3.5 months ago. The last time I was this sick was that long ago. And I just wanted to see if it was my diet. So what I did, I switched to a liquid diet. All liquids. This way I get all my vitamins, my minerals, and then I take daily vitamins with it. And I didn't get sick. I figured, oh, it must be I'm eating something, so I'm just going to stick to this. And then I get sick. And I realized what I did, like a dummy. I'm so stupid. I drank. I found a half of a container left of powdered Gatorade. And I drank it. And I had just filled 3 of these in a whole day. You don't think that would do anything? But it did. And I think that's what triggered what happened. So, as a diabetic, I got to watch what I eat. And if I'm going to be pouring sugar into water, I better make sure it's sugar-free first. Well, I didn't. And now I know why it tasted great. I'm like, shit, I'm not drinking this for another 6 months. That's why I had half of it left. Because I didn't like the diet. But it tasted great. But it wasn't diet, it was regular. That's why I put it away, because I was drinking the diet, and then I stopped drinking it altogether, forgot I had that in the cabinet. That's exactly what happened. I found a bag of chips in there, didn't open them though. I have so many cabinets in this kitchen, it's ridiculous. It's like 60 cabinets. I'm not kidding. There's like 55 cabinets and drawers and all sorts of stuff. It's such a small place, like whoever built this place. I don't know who they built it for, but it wasn't me. All right, let's get on with the show. So no UAP report. Shocker. A lot of people talking online about why. Nobody really knows. John Greenwald, I think, was talking about how there might be that law that may go into effect for FOIA requests about UFOs, that they may never allow any information on UFOs to be FOIA requested again. Oh yeah, he did a show on it. That's right. That's why it caught my memory. Yeah, maybe we'll take a look at his show and see what he talked about there. But I do want to get your palate wet. Not too sure about this, but this is a pretty cool sighting. And I don't have... I should have edited it so you could see it easily, but this comes from a channel. It's called Imagine Being a Janny Clips. They have 1,600 subscribers. Hold on, I'm going to go over there. I thought I missed the super chat, and I'm really sorry I did. Alfie Joe Bob, what do you say? How do you be? First super chat of the night. That's right. I forgot all about it. You can help support the show. We usually go every day, but we are supported by you to do that. So all the links are in the show description. You know what to do. About button. If you don't know, then you're not a YouTuber. Ooh, you're not a YouTuber. Thanks, Alfie Joe Bob. That is the first super chat of the night. That is the first. Thank you, Alfie Joe Bob, for the $2 super sticker. We gotta check it out at all over comments and super no-dos. What's the sticker? I'm so stupid. I can't think, believe me. Oh, it's a cool guy. Yeah, the cool pair. He looks high. He looks a little high, a little bit. And I also see Mr. Hellfire Studios. By the way, thanks, Alfie Joe Bob. Mucho gusto, generoso. A continuing supporter of Goofon. And Hellfire Studios with a $2, the government is locking it up tight, super chat. There's also some stars and stuff on your super chat, which was interesting. I didn't know they put wall art on super chats, but doesn't show, obviously. I don't see it, where it should be right around here, but it isn't. All right. Hellfire, appreciate it. I got the links too. The Artemis launch happened. We're going to take a look at that. A lot of stuff the last couple of days, yeah? No, there wasn't anything. Just yesterday. Mucho gusto, generoso, Hellfire Studios, Eggush. Yep, thanks, Jammer Travels. Good to see you, Diamond Dog. What's up, guys? What's up, fellers? Bethany Cone? Look, if you guys are writing messages in all caps, I appreciate it. Usually Coral grabs those because it's hard for me to watch the chat room and do the show. Still do it, but if I miss it, I'm sorry. It's not easy to do all by yourself, but anybody who can do that and concentrate on the show, God love you for it. Stephen, did you get my message the other day on Facebook Messenger? Don't need to say too much on here. Just want to know if you got it. Lots of snakes, my friend. Oh, no. I haven't checked Messenger yet. I didn't. I haven't checked Messenger since Sunday. Because Sunday night after the show, I was done. I was sick. I'll check it, though. Yeah, I'll check it. Sorry I didn't get to it, and everybody else. I barely got to emails today. So, what was I saying? Oh, here's the UFO. This is an interesting one, by the way. It is. It's an interesting sighting. I don't know what it is. Now, it's going to be in a small screen because these guys are doing a podcast, and I guess this guy went out and was just something flew by him, like unexpected. So check it out, top right-hand corner. That's as big as I can get it. That's what she said. Shut up. That was it. Watch it. I'll go back a little further. Watch top right. I know, I thought it was a lens flare too, but
what
it's
the
not.
fuck was that?
Is it? It doesn't look like a lens flare. He saw
What
it
the
coming,
fuck was
and then it
that?
just disappears. It's almost like a spirit orb. I like how it goes right in front of the post. Look at that. That's right in front of that post. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's windy. You don't hear any wind into the phone for it to be trash.
What the fuck was that?
There's clouds.
What the fuck was that?
All right, I know.
I don't know.
It's weird, right? This was sent to me from a viewer of the show. Pretty cool. Sent this to me. I'm going to double check to make sure. No, that was a good one too. Let's see. Who was it? I don't know. Hillbilly? I think it was Hillbilly. I got one from Stavro. But this is a good one, right? I don't know. That's what spirit orbs look like. It's kind of weird. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Like, it's crooked, right? Watch. I'll go frame by frame. This one. I know, I wish his phone did a better job. But you notice how there were two of them and then one of them's gone, like really right away. So I'm wondering if it is just a reflection in the phone. Yeah, I don't think so though. I don't know, it's pretty wild, right? But why is there, do you see that other one, it takes off to the right? We never see that one again. It just pops up right when they're in the light. So I'm not sure if it's appearing because of the light or it's just part of that guy. I don't know. It looks real. Anybody? There's no flapping sound. That was the guy walking with his camera, I think, but there is no flapping sound. Pretty wild. It's Mick West and his swamp gas craft. You know, it probably is. Mick West would have done perfectly back in when did they have casebook? 40s? 50s? 60s? Hey, Tacey Hale, Moondust. Oh, I already said hi. What's up, John Johns? Southern Exposure, Jim Davidson. Hey, how you folks doing? Good to see you. Hey, Ronald Baker, throwing down a $1 Canadian coin. It's a super dono, folks. And I believe I'm reading Coral's here now. Yes, I did get Hellfire, and Ronald Baker's here. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Mucho gusto generoso from Canada. I appreciate that. And because it's a first-time super chatter, you get one of these. Well, thank you, Ronald Baker, for the Canadian $1 super dono. And good. All over the ones that, I don't know. I got nothing. He got nothing. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Mucho gusto generoso. And another video. Let's switch a palette. Let's get a double dose. Bigfoot. I don't know what this is. Massive creature recorded on video on a solo hunting trip. This is what a game hunter filmed. Hold on, I have to get rid of these. In 7. Your mother's got no neck. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on! The man who sent us this footage says he was out of scouting hunting season when he saw someone walking and then ducked down in a bush. He got even closer, turned his camera on. That's when he tried to get closer and the creature reappeared and moved its way deeper into the forest. He says at this point he was scared, but wanted to get a better look. He attempted to follow it, but it moved too fast. Well, I'm going to spell two correctly there. That's a T-O-O for those of you who spelled loser with 2 O's. Too fast and was gone. He thinks it might be a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch. That's the same thing, you yodel. He says he had another Bigfoot sighting when he was a teenager. But this was a lot closer and easier to tell that it was not just a bear or a person in a suite. And this is the footage from NVTV in 3, 2, Edgar. That's a man in a suit. It's fake. It's a balloon. It's a drone. Uh-oh. Zoinks. Hey, Scoob. Is that the Bigfoot? I don't know. It looks like him. Oh, boy, I'm scared, Scoob. Hey, Mr. Bigfoot. Oh, don't do it. Hey, Bigfoot. Stop it. You want a Scooby? No, don't do it. Hey, Mr. Foot. I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna kill you. Shut up. Hey, Mr. Come on, that looks like a real Bigfoot in a suit. Wouldn't that be funny if he shot it and it was a Bigfoot in a suit, in a Bigfoot suit? That would be very ironic and also very hypocritical of Bigfoot. Too bad you didn't have a camera. You could have got it on video. Let's take another look at this. I gotta tell you, that's a ghillie suit if I've ever seen one. Look at that guy, huh? Yeah. Not so sure about this one, guys. No, it's just far enough away, you know. Oh, your sister's got 19 humps. Why isn't it going frame by frame? It looks like a jacket. It looks like he's wearing a jacket almost. What is going on? I'm just gonna ropey dopey dopey. Yeah, just keep your head down, Bigfoot. Never look up, right? What's wrong with this Bigfoot? You don't want to look up because you might give your profile face away. In the suit there, foot of Biggs. That's a dude. I don't like this. What else is he gonna... What is he saying? Oh, there it is. I gotta tell you, it'd be awfully hot in that thing. Enhanced, stabilized, and zoomed for your protection. Notice how eerily silent... Oh, yeah, like we could tell. Oh, yeah, I don't hear anything. No birds? Actually, you don't. Listen, they say when Bigfoot is around, it gets very, very quiet. Like he's hunting rabbits. Like he's hunting rabbits? Oh, yeah. He's out there. All right, here we go. We're going to get some enhancements. So far, none. I don't see an enhancement yet. Come on, enhancement. What is enhancement shy? Here we go. As you could see, this looks like a Bigfoot creature. You know that one channel where the guy talks like that? I wouldn't want to go out there and meet him myself, but if I was, I'd be sure to have me some protection. Next up, we've got another Bigfoot in a ghillie suit. You're gonna love this one. It scared me jippers need off. What? I don't know what I said. All right. Well, here's a zoom. I don't know. This guy's got like Richard Grieco haircut. Yeah, it kind of looks like a dude right there. Square jaw. This guy could have played Superman in a previous life. What else we got? Ah, there it is. The old blurry ass photo. Good one. Thanks for showing us your ass. I mean, why take that? There you go, kid. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you see? You know who that is?
The Batman.
It's the Batman?
The Batman.
By the way, the Batman was a good movie. I watched it. I started watching it once, and then I said, nope, don't like it. Waited a month, watched it again. After 5 minutes, I loved it. How does that happen? Whoa! He just was doing push-ups or something. What were you doing down there? I dropped an apple in the forest floor. Whoa! I was just pooping. Oh, I thought so. Looked like you were wiping your butt.
Bigfoot don't wipe butt. Bigfoot, butt clean self.
How does it do that?
Our butthole has own lips.
Oh, that's great. So you're a shit talker.
That is right.
That is not... Does that look like a real Bigfoot? It does, doesn't it? I'm not too sure about that one. All right. Thanks to Hellfire Studios. I'm going to show you this, the launch today or yesterday, whenever the hell they threw up. Oh, no, I'm not going to show the Artemis launch yet. NASA did a test flight of a disc-shaped re-entry shield thingy. Isn't that what this is? It looks like a UFO. It's a test flight of a flying saucer-like device that is going to be the new heat shields, I think, that they're coming up with. Yeah? Right? Hellfire would know. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. But there it is. It's funny, I don't hear anything. How come I don't hear anything? Is there volume on this? Oh, you know, I'm about out of it, man. I'm telling you. They really want to push the buttons on this one. Where is the volume? I don't have a volume control. Is this it? No. Well, this is, oh, we already saw this thing. Yeah, this is it on the parachute. I saw this, yeah. There's no sound, I guess. There should be, but there isn't, all right? Oh, come on, Rich. Oh, there it is again. Still, no volume. Oh, here it is.
Able to decelerate big things
that was interesting,
coming
right?
back into the atmosphere. Sean, here's splashdown.
We're about to splash down.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that. It does look like a UFO.
Called an inflatable.
And I tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody cuts off this top part and just starts using this in other UFO videos. They start faking it. It'll happen soon.
Decelerator and arrow shell.
It won't happen for at least 6 months. 6 months, somebody will start doing fakes on that. They have to. They have to. They have to. Who's they? Well, I got to play this because somebody mentioned it earlier. I think you're going to... I don't know what you're going to think about this. I wonder if I can. Nah, it doesn't matter. Listen. So it sounds like Greg Brown got some singing lessons. Wait, needs? No.
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they?
What do they mean? What do they mean?
This is the extended version.
Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields, are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields, are they harbingers of world change? All these secrets in the fields,
Secrets in the field.
secrets in the fields, yeah. Secrets in the fields.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's some
Secrets
serious
in the
shit.
fields, yeah. Secrets in the fields.
Does anybody see this picture back here like a big fat ass? I mean, I see a big ass right here. I don't know. Anyway, Greg Brown, everybody, with the Crop Circle song. A version that, I don't know if I want to hear that version again. The famous Bigelow interview from 60 Minutes a few years ago is always worth another watch. Oh, that version is terrible, yeah. It's a terrible version. I agree. Yeah, the other version's the greatest. Yeah. Greg Brown's a good guy. He was on the show. What a guy, man. What a guy.
There has been and is an existing presence,
Hey!
an ET presence.
He told us this
I know
is
that
where
saying.
his grandparents had a close encounter with a UFO.
It really sped up and came right into their face and filled up the...
Wait, his parents?
Grandparents had a
Grandparents.
close encounter with a UFO.
It really sped up and came right into their face and filled up the entire windshield of the car. and it took off at a right angle and shot off into the distance.
That story sparked his obsession and explains the alien looking out from the side of Bigelow Aerospace. It made for the kind of conversation you don't ordinarily have with an accomplished CEO.
This is a big statement, right? Robert Bigelow is convinced aliens have visited Earth. You know, I always said if I had, unlimited funds, billionaire-esque, I would do exactly what Bob Bigelow did. I would have bought a place like Skinwalker Ranch. You know, that Zach Bagans guy from Ghost Adventures crew? He buys all sorts of paranormal stuff that they have attachments to it, and he puts it into a museum he created for all sorts of stuff that has attachments to it, and evil dolls and clown masks and the Deathmobile, Dr. Death. He has that actual vehicle where Kevorkian put people to death right there in his van. All sorts of stuff. I want that. Zach Bagans is living that kind of lifestyle I want. It's a good lifestyle. It's kind of fun. Good for him. But, man, Bigelow, right? If you had all the funds in the world, what would you do with it? You would buy a place like Skinwalker, and you would stay there for a decade if you wanted to. And why would you leave if the place was still giving you information? From what the rumor is, from people that have worked there, Erica Lukes' ex-husband or boyfriend used to work for Bigelow and said there was nothing there, that they were almost forced into lying or, find another job, more or less. Terrible atmosphere. That Bigelow's a tyrant. He's like me. He's like a Ziegfugel. Nobody's like you, Brandon. That is correct, Richard.
Do you believe in aliens?
I'm absolutely convinced. That's all there is to it.
Oh my God. He doesn't believe that at all. Watch him.
I'm absolutely convinced.
Whoa! That big shoulder bump. Oh my God. Was he uncomfortable or what? And he never looked up, never made eye contact. He didn't want to answer that at all because he doesn't know. He's just saying it. That's what I get out of this guy. What if he's been bullshitting the whole time? I don't think so.
I'm absolutely convinced.
Whoa, man, he was uncomfortable. Damn.
That's all there is to it.
And then he has to sell it by saying, and that's all there is to it. He's making a final say, he's putting his foot down. You gotta believe me. That's basically what he said when he did that. It's amazing what people do in this field, or half in the field.
Do you also believe that UFOs have come to Earth?
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. And I spent millions and millions. I probably spent more as an individual than anybody else in the United States has ever spent on this.
Oh, is that a challenge for Ziegfugel?
Subject.
Because he doesn't care, because he knows.
Is it risky for you to say, in public that you believe in UFOs and aliens?
I don't care.
You don't worry that some people will say, did you hear that guy? He sounds like he's crazy.
I don't care.
Why not?
It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality of what I know.
A lot of sound bites. I was doing something else. Don't search for aliens in space because they are already here.
Do you imagine that in our space travels we will encounter other forms of intelligent life?
You don't have to go anywhere.
You can find it here.
Yeah.
Does he know something that I don't know? Yeah. That's a really, really, really strong statement. He says it like he really knows, like he has the answer, but there's also a lot of doubt in his eyes. So maybe I'm just a little hopeful that he knows something, and I'm biased towards that. But watch how he says it. It really isn't convincing at all. But
You can find it here.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Deep breath. Like, I can't believe I just said that.
You can find it here.
Yeah.
You got to laugh at it. And he does the, I forget what they call that when you laughed after you say something. It's kind of like you're trying to soften the blow of what you just said. See, it's not that funny, is it? Why is that funny? Because he doesn't like talking about it. Even though he's on TV talking about it, he doesn't want to. It's weird. I can't explain it. I think he regrets some of the things he's done. That's what I'm seeing, a little bit of regret. I don't know, just for saying shit he probably shouldn't have. I don't know, something's wrong.
Find it here.
Yeah.
Like, why laugh? So we could find it here.
Where exactly?
Oh, look at her. She's such a flirt. Yeah. Play along with the old man.
It's just like right under people's noses. Oh my God.
Wow, did you see the lip tuck on her? She was being flirtatious. Look at that. Wow, that is a flirtatious lip lock. Whoa.
Under people's noses.
Yeah, a lot of ladies, you know when you do that, you're getting your lipstick, making sure it's on both lips right there. She's thinking about kissing him. Woo-wee, she's making it. That looks like a funny face to me, doesn't it? Because it is. Because she just, look at her. Rosy cheeks, pressure on the chin, forehead's glistening. She's a little, she's glistening in the lights. She even has a lot of, I forget what they call this when you rash up from your blood flowing. I forget what that's called, a rash? It's not a rash. Discoloration.
People's noses. Oh my gosh.
He just did it too. See that? Subconsciously licked his own lip. See? It's funny, right? But all these things mean something. He was basically just copying her subconsciously. That's what I think.
Wow.
Telling her that it's okay. We're going to lip lock later. Not really, but subconscious world. Bigelow collected UFO data, or data, depending on where you live, and had close encounters. No, I didn't even
The FAA confirmed to us that for years, it referred reports of UFOs and other unexplained phenomena to a company Bigelow owns. He told us he's had his own close encounters, but declined to go into detail. Robert Bigelow's quirky, and he knows it. But when you have as much money as he does, no one, not even NASA, seems to care.
Nobody at NASA seems to care. You know, NASA's role in ufology has changed recently because now they have, is it 16? How many people do they have now working for them, searching for UFOs specifically? Yeah, it's a weird time. Then you still have skinwalker research being done. Although at this point, I think everybody can collectively say that Skinwalker Ranch has something. There's something going on there, but for some reason, nobody can catch it. Just like a lot of paranormal stuff. You gotta have paranormal investigators doing your paranormal research. Having a scientist come in, having a technician come in, which technicians can always sit behind and just press their buttons, but at Skinwalker, the power seems to go out every single time they try to do an experiment, which is planned. Who we kidding? Oh, it's gotta be the ranch. Can you believe it? We wouldn't make that mistake, would we, Ed? Ed? I think Ed got electrocuted in the van. Again. That's so stupid, that show. Skinwalker Ranch is a joke. It is. It's terrible. And I think we can safely say that Skinwalker Ranch in that basin, the Uniden Basin, what is it? Unitard? In that basin over there, it's all over the place. Yeah, and I don't think the skinwalkers, if they're real, are going to give anything away, right? They're smarter than these guys out there. They're smarter than us because they can travel interdimensionally, I guess. I mean, that's the rumor. They're trans? They're skin shape shifting walkers. That's all. Well, yeah. It's a you know, it's just with people like them, they don't make it easy for people like us. And the reason I put Lou into this, because Lou is in the mainstream, and a lot of people believe him. But what has he done lately? Nothing. Nada. You know, hold on a second. What is this? Hold on. No, this is, I may need to post this. I think it, oh. Uh-oh, wait. Huh. All right, that's not here. I thought I had something. Let me see one more thing. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. This was sent to me by Billy P. But I don't think I can play this just yet. Yeah, I can't play this just yet. Let me see if there's a an original link to this. Clip courtesy of I'm not going to do that now. I can't. I don't know. I got to get permission. Yeah, I wanted to play that UFO video too, but we'll get back to it. I want to do one more UFO video before we get... All right, here we go. Oh, what the... Why was this... Oh, shit. Wow, this looks interesting. There's not going to be any audio because it's from, I don't know, NASA? Let's see. You're going to see a satellite going across the sky, and then something appears with it. Watch. That is unbelievable what's there. And then it takes off. That is a really good video. Wait a minute. That looks fake. Now, I'm calling bullshit. It just looks fake. Yeah, there's something wrong with it. It looks right, though, but the movement is so odd, it looks fake. I don't know. I still think it's fake. I think... You see, what do you guys think? What do you think? I don't know if this is NASA. Original audio, let's see, latest UFO strange movements by this UFO, more check LUFOs. The satellite had the right of way. Yep, it did. And this guy tried passing on the left, which is right, but then watch, he goes around this way without putting a signal on even. That is so rude. You know? It's bullcrap, man. Can't be doing that. You're going to drive like that in space. If you're actively a satellite driver, you need to use your turn signals and all that stuff. I think it's fake. I think that's a fake. I think somebody added that. It looks fake. I'm just telling you. For me to go over it all, I just have to point out the very beginning of the video, which I can't get to right now, but when you see it in regular motion, regular speed, it's just the way it moves. It just doesn't seem right. It seems like it was put in there, and that's that. I know, maybe because it just looks so good, because it is real, but watch the beginning in regular speed. Right there. There, right there. When it came back, yeah, there too, it's just not following right. I don't know. I think it's fake. I actually hit the mute button by accident. I could be wrong, but my instincts I have to go with on that, and I feel like it is fake. My instincts are usually right, you know, in this field. That's it, you know. Just got to go with your instincts. All right, one more. All right, so we all know Anjali, huh? Yeah. Oh, wow, look at that. That is bizarre what just happened on my green screen. Both sides just came down. I saw it unhook over here, which it's not affecting, but I watched it unhook over here and there's no way it should have. That is so weird how that happened right at the same time. It's so bizarre. It's never happened before. It's like somebody came and went boop just to piss me off. Ah! Yeah, the law of attraction. All right, I'm going to play this video, fix the screen for you, and then we're going to talk about Anjali and Lou and why it could be extremely feasible to think that both of these people are part of a bigger picture and we're just not recognizing it, or maybe we are and we just don't care. But check this out for just for a minute. What is this here? What are we doing? Yeah, just watch.
Hill's graveyard of stone blocks. They quickly reported their finding to local officials, who identified the site as a hill known as Gunung Padang. Within weeks, the Indonesian government had dispatched teams from the Directorate for Heritage Protection and Management and the National Center of Archeology to explore the site further. In short order, researchers set about mapping the site and documenting its archaeological features. First, there were the stone blocks which the Dutch colonist had come across all those years before. A near endless number of them, most about 5 feet in length and weighing upwards of 500.
See all those rocks? I can't believe all of these. That's crazy. There are so many things. This whole, look at them all up here. This place is, wow, that is really messed up how everything's destroyed. It almost looks like it was hit with a wave. Like an explosion would have put them to bits or something, right? But a wave just lifts and pushes.
150 pounds. Some were much bigger, weighing over 1,300 pounds. Have you ever wanted to drive off in the most...
All right, I'm not here to look at commercials. Thank you. So, for since 2017, this guy has been a part of our UFO world constantly. And the way it started out with Lou, everybody remembers he got introduced on TTSA. They had like a presser or whatever you want to call it. And he comes out and he says, UFOs are real. And I'm here to da-da-da-da-da. And everybody's like, oh, who's this guy from OSAP? Or A-Tip. A-Tip, right? Yeah, A-Tip. Don't say OSAP A-Tip. He gets mad at that. Because A-Tip was the nickname for Awsap, you son of a beep, you pretty big deep boop. Jim Davidson throwing down $2 saying, ugh. Why? What happened? Ufology? Me? You're bored? You want me to tell a joke? Jim Davidson throwing down $2, ugh. Meaning ufology is, ugh. I got it. I understand. Jim Davidson throwing it down. Mucho gusto, generoso. And also Marie Jose Sproul, Josie, with $2.27 on the PayPaler. That's right. You can help on PayPal and Cash App as well. Thank you very much for that. A continuing supporter of Goof On, Josie. Marie Sproul now, is it? You changed it. Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. You can help support Goof On. All the links are in the description. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App, Coffee, Goof On. But Lou was making people lose their freaking minds. This guy's going to bring disclosure. This is the guy. Everybody, except for me and maybe a few of you, were saying, oh, what? What? What is he doing? I remember early on when he first came around and I was saying, he's bringing ATIP evidence. Selling $35,000 Linda Moulton Howe. What? Where? Those metals are nothing. Lou. Lou tried. But whoever wrote that script for Lou weren't fooling many of us. But it fooled the people they wanted to, and those were the people in Congress, so they can get that office. It was all about getting that office. Go back to work under the government's, under the government, the guise of the government. And then Lou will surreptitiously work his way in to all the other countries underneath that, maybe that office or whoever's going to be there doing it. Maybe it's not Lou. We don't know yet. We don't know until there's an official announcement. I haven't heard one. We don't know who's running that office yet, do we? Yeah. Not sure. But Lou brought a lot of turmoil once he was let loose from TTSA, however that panned out. When he left them, he went to the public and thought he could just sit right in with the rest of us and feel right at home. And he got that. The only reason he got that, because he only selected the channels that were like that would lick his boots and spread his lies and believe anything this guy said. Lou has infiltrated everything that's in UFOs. Space Force, the Galileo Project. Well, he was in TTSA, not now, but he's got his nose in everything. That office. And I think it's bad. Been saying it forever. Everything he touches turns to shit. Speaking of, Anjali, on the other hand, was it a year ago? Last August, I believe, right? She came out with that press conference. God, I wish. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can pull that up somewhere. Does anybody have that, I wonder? Oh, I did. I forgot to change that. Hold on. What was I doing? No. All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay. Here it is. It is like watching a Bugs Bunny cartoon, this whole thing. Remember? She's sitting there. She's got like 60 blankets she's sitting on, looking all like her Ehlers Danlos is hurting, and she's just sitting there all confused. We're supposed to have a press conference, and nobody's here, she said. I guess she got the tattoos from being in the gang. You know, the government. Yeah. Yeah. She used to put on that clown suit and go to work.
Well, I muted it.
Look, she's got the bong right here just in case she needs to take a hit. That's like a hookah buka bong, right? It's a hookah buka. And this guy, you know, he's a robot. This is a cyborg. This is one of the aliens, perhaps. This guy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Here, now let me try. Now say hello.
Thank you for your patience. Hello.
Okay. So
10 minutes they do this. She couldn't even get that to run right.
We're getting everybody connected.
I like this. What does this say? Duska Babushka, Russia, Mother Earth. What?
Okay, great. Can you just say us
What does that say?
something? Say hello. Just project.
Remember this? Look at her hands.
I'm Al Steinfeld, and go ahead. It's all yours. Thank you all for being here. We'll take questions after.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Many of you know me.
Nobody knows you.
Because that's how I chose to come forward with the name.
First of all, a lot of you know me as Anjali. Shit, I never knew who you were. Who's she talking to that knows her? I mean, a lot of you know me. Like, she's been in the industry. She's been in ufology for this long. 0 days. This is her first minute talking to ufology as far as this goes.
What the higher
Look at her hands,
I am
though.
here to disclose to you about today have called me since I have become aware of
Constant comforting herself. Yeah, it's amazing. A jet would have to be louder than you.
At that time, my name was Angelia Johnson.
Oh yeah, she had like 5 different names. Because I worked at 5 different jobs, and every job I had a different ID because of who I am. The aliens tried making it difficult for them, for anybody to find out who I really was, and I did that for them.
Work, I was recruited by the Defense Intelligence Agency to come to Washington, D.C. and be an intelligence officer.
Okay, so that's not what she's doing here. But I wanted to play that because it's what Lou did. And this was about 6 weeks after the June 25th 9-page preliminary report came out. She popped up this way. She was on other podcasts earlier in the year, but this is what put her on the map, doing this. Yeah. And what she said right there is the most important thing we'll ever hear from her, and a truthful comment. That's what she is. She is a Psy-Op, I believe. She said it.
Attended graduate school at South Dakota State University.
I know she's going over her history. I get it. But that's important.
In the Department of Rural Sociology, where I was pursuing my master's degree. At that time, during my coursework, I was recruited by the Defense Intelligence Agency to come to Washington, D.C. and be an intelligence officer.
Did you see her eyebrows and all that? You gotta see this. Such beautiful body language. She knows what she's doing. Watch.
Come to Washington, D.C. and be an intelligence officer.
Watch the eyes. That eyebrow did a jig like I've never seen. It went up and down like 3 times. And she's got this inquisitive look on her face. Like, did I just say that?
Come to Washington, D.C. and be an intelligence officer.
There goes that eyebrow, too, 3 times.
In the effort of full disclosure, I was trained in information operations, in information
Look at her
warfare,
hands.
in human factors analysis. This is not the type of...
But let me tell you something about what we're seeing here. See, Lou, I think, is the same way. I think, and I don't know, I've never been through Central Intelligence Agency spy shit. I never went to one of those classes on learning how to be deceptive in what you speak and the way you look. But I almost feel like she's purposefully doing this. Like, to make it look like she's nervous. But I'm not so sure because, you know, it is her first time on this type of platform doing what she's doing. But she's awfully into keeping herself, you know, comforting herself. She doesn't do that when she does the podcasts, maybe because she's home and in her environment. But man, remember this day? This was unbelievable.
Operations Group. This was in support of a Center of Excellence schoolhouse that prepares the...
She goes over all of her history on how smart she is and the things she's accomplished and why she was in the government and why she's there now. And then the second half of this is her going to see the aliens and shit. So we'll fast forward.
They explained to me...
This is so telling. All of the bullshit. You can see it in her face.
About something that took me a very long time to remember the word. I wasn't even sure until I underwent hypno-regression.
No!
I had to be certain.
Of course, because hypno-regression is the guarantee to bring all your memories back as 100%. Yeah, that's it.
They explained something about the evolution and growth of consciousness through learning.
Ah.
And they used a word called density, but I didn't understand that.
Density.
They were trying to wake me up.
Ah. But
they were saying.
But you were so high. You were so effed up. You were on your meds. It's like, wake up! Wake up! They're like choking the chicken. Not that. I can't watch this thing. It makes me just get irritable.
And this was before we went into the tunnel. And I thought, well, this is either going to be the greatest day of my life or I'm going to be killed, but, you know, at least I'll know who did it. I was shooting for greatest day. Everything about them spoke to their authenticity.
The eyebrow. It's just so fun to watch.
And indeed, he was not kidding.
And
in the very blink of an eye.
Did you hear that?
We were moved
she meant that.
For greatest day. Everything about them spoke to their authenticity.
Eyebrow. Beep, beep. Here it comes.
And indeed, he was not.
And indeed. Wow, she really meant that. Good for her. I mean, if you believe this bullshit, that's good. Have fun with her.
And indeed, he was not kidding. In the very blink of an eye, we were moved from inside of that mountain.
She blinked 3 times when she said the word mountain, which means, you know, fast blinking when you're speaking about a lie shows up a lot in people. People don't realize they're doing it. It's funny. She did basically almost 3 blinks saying that one word.
Not kidding.
What?
In the very blink of an eye, we were moved from inside of that mountain.
Blink, what?
Back,
blink, blink, blink.
Under
blink,
that archway
blink,
in his home.
Blink, 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 blink. Look at her, recomposing, remembering the script. Don't forget, people are watching. Maybe pull a blanket over on yourself. Look down. Very concerned look.
Before I talk about the message that they would
Do you know when people are making shit up on the fly or just telling their story, a lot of people do this after speaking for a period of time. She's been speaking now for 30 minutes. So what you start to see is her getting more relaxed, her become more visible to the bullshittery. I mean, you could see it. But a lot of people do this and they speak like this, and she's doing it when people are making up stories or they have to remember. When you're lying, you have to remember details because you're going to say this lie for the rest of your life. But it seems like she takes her time, regroups, and then speaks like this. I was taken to a ship where there were many people. They were there just like me. You know, they pause. Every sentence, there's a 3 to 5 second pause. Instead of just saying it, you know, that it picked me up, it took me up there in the sky, I was on a UFO, there were other people there. I don't know what they were doing there. That's how people talk. You don't talk like she's talking. If you're telling the truth, you're not going to sound like this. That's just the truth. I mean, and it's funny, you know who else talks like that? A lot of people. So it doesn't mean they're lying. For some people, it means they're having problems remembering what they have to say. Some, you know, and they're searching for what to say, or in some cases, people are nervous, legitimately nervous. She may be. I think she might be a little nervous. She hasn't stopped caressing her hands for 35 minutes. It's crazy. Those hands definitely have got to be worn out.
Like to speak to you today. I would like to talk about the formation.
Look at this. Look at the weird grabbing. See, I almost think this is done purposefully to throw us off. Like she would know how to act like a person would be who's nervous, and she's doing it, but like excessively. So it makes me think she's really nervous out there, talking to 11 people that are just walking by.
Of a team that will return to this tunnel.
See how she said tunnel?
Formation of a team that will return to this tunnel.
See how she isolated the tunnel? This tunnel. She's isolating it. She's compartmentalizing the lie. So she remembers it. She's got a weird way of remembering. Her brain is different.
And with me and the owners of this property, this team will enter the base.
See the way she said team too? My God.
About the message that they would like to speak to you today. I would like to talk about the formation of a team.
See how she said team and raised her eyebrows and all that shit? Watch.
I would like to talk about the formation of a team. Damn it. Talk about the message that they would like to speak to you today. I would like to talk about the formation of a team.
Crinkled forehead, raised eyebrows, raising of the upper lip, almost in an aggressive manner, because she wants you to believe, so she is trying to make it seem important by giving you the facial expression one would want to see. It's all she's psychologically doing this. She knows what she's doing.
Is evolving. The way that consciousness forms.
The way that consciousness forms? What?
The way that consciousness forms.
Why would she get all emotional about that?
Consciousness forms.
Form.
And creates matter.
She's pushing out fake emotions. Yeah, that's what it is. She's a bullshit artist. Holy shit. It's amazing. Really is.
So what we have now here on Earth is we have two things that are occurring simultaneously. We have natural cyclical changes of this Earth as it moves into its own density.
See how she did that? Looked into that camera? Oh yeah, she's playing all the cameras now.
Into its own.
See that? 3 second stare. 1, 2,
density.
3, 2.5. Did you hear she said that? Into its own density. That was weird.
Density.
No, wait, listen.
As it moves into its own density.
She almost forgot what to say. Anyway, we all see it. Bullshittery 101. Anjali, the 40-minute presser. Wow, it's over an hour. I could go on, but I get you. You guys get it. We don't like to harp on things too long here. But yeah, you can see it all. If I wish I could play Lou's introduction. Can I do that? Lou Elizondo's introduction? Wait, hold on. It should be right here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. It is my belief that this... Wait, what? Where is it? We don't get to see it. I wanted to see him at that presser. Can't find it. No big deal. No big deal. Do you know what we're really dealing with? You want to go back a year? Let's go back 1 year. Just 1 year. Now we'll focus on a little bit of Lou. Just a little bit, not a lot. We know enough Lou. We've talked about enough Lou to know the lie, to see the guy, to easily know when somebody's lying.
The U.S. government is set to release an unclassified report on UFOs maybe as early...
Remember, this is a year ago.
...as next week.
What was once considered a joke is now seen by a lot of people as a genuine national security issue. Ex-government officials are increasingly outspoken about it. Even former President Barack Obama conceded this month there are things that they simply cannot explain.
What is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
Our next guest is the former director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program at the Pentagon. And here's what he said on 60 Minutes a few weeks ago.
Imagine a technology that can do 600 to 700 G-forces, that can fly at 13,000 miles an hour, that it can evade radar, and that can fly through air and water and possibly space. And oh, by the way, has no obvious signs of propulsion, no wings, no control surfaces, and yet still can defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity. That's precisely what we're seeing.
And Luis Elizondo joins us.
Elizondo. There you go. That's doing your work there, lady. Really, get to know who's on your show.
Joins us now. Lou, great to have you here. Joins us. Joins us. And Luis Elizondo joins us now. Lou, great to have you here. I don't think there's any question anymore. These are real. I mean, Navy pilots are on the record with what they've seen flying around. Military videos have caught images of these UFOs. What do you think this report maybe as early as next week, is going to say.
Isn't it funny they're showing drone footage now? That was UFOs a year ago. That was UFOs months ago. Not any longer. Isn't it funny just watching Lou lie his ass off?
Well, I hope the report provides Congress what it asked for and, frankly, what it deserves. And that is...
Okay, so you hear what he said? I hope they're going to show. So he doesn't know shit. I hope they're going to show what we deserve to be seen, to be shown. Yeah.
A current assessment of the situation. My only fear is that 180 days is really not a sufficient enough time to provide a comprehensive report. When I was working in the Pentagon, we did this for nearly a decade, and there's a lot of information to comb through. And again, my fear is that
what does that mean? He did it for almost a decade, and there's a lot of information to go through. What does that have to do with the report? That has nothing to do with it. I know what he's saying. I think what he meant to say is that I worked in this field for almost a decade, and there's a lot of stuff to go through. There's no way they could have given us, and there's no way they can give us everything in 6 months. That is a bullshit answer. They had 77 years. And they knew this was happening months ago. Before a year, with only a week to go. They had so much time to get all this shit together. In 6 months, if they put me to work for 6 months in a place like that where they need a comprehensive UFO report to be handed to Congress, got to tell you, it would have been better than the 9-page preliminary report they gave out. Why? Because these people, they don't care. And Lou's sitting there. He doesn't give a shit.
180 days is simply not going to be long enough to provide that comprehensive report to Congress that it asked for.
Bullshit. So your expectation that this won't be comprehensive then?
Well, I think it's going to be a start. My hope is that this is going to serve as an interim report, and frankly, I hope that there's a more long-term enduring capability that's established within the government, perhaps a whole of government approach to look at this issue. This issue is not a recent issue. It's been going on for many, many years, if not decades, and it's finally coming to the point where the U.S. government really it's reached this critical mass where we just can't simply deny it anymore.
And so, Lou, when you were the director of this special program at the Pentagon, what information did you see that the rest of us don't know about?
Sure. Well, I think what's important here is we're talking about eyewitness testimony from trained observers. These are individuals we have spent millions of dollars training for them to recognize the silhouette of a F-16 versus an Su-22 versus a MiG-25, in some cases from 25 miles away. And what they're reporting to us are really extraordinary.
Okay. Did you hear what he just said? We've spent a lot of money and a lot of time teaching pilots, I guess, and everybody else flying around what to look for, what these shapes could be, and how to determine, what is a drone, or what is an airliner, or what is an F-16, an F-14, whatever. So you mean to tell me that this shape right here was so out of the norm that these guys thought it was a UFO making unusual maneuvers? And by the way, I know that there was a fleet of them according to what they were saying in one of those videos, right? Which one was it? Wasn't this one? But they could have gotten the fleet on video. Why wouldn't you go and turn around and get the fleet on video? I bet you they did. But Lou is talking about how all these people are trained to understand shapes. Well, this would have been understood then if now this is known as a drone or a balloon or whatever. They should have understood that since they've had the training, right? That's how you know this is bullshit. now you know.
vehicles doing extraordinary things. And furthermore, it's backed up by electro-optical data, such as gun camera footage, and further backed up by radar. So in essence, you have...
By the way, don't forget, this is sideways. Why don't they turn it, let's see it. It's perfectly even with the horizon, right? Such a bullshit video.
3 distinct pieces, or if you will, collection sources that are all providing the same information at the same time, at the same place, under the same circumstances, and all really validating what the pilots are seeing. And so it's very compelling. And at this point, we know it's real.
You make an interesting point. At this point that you know it's real, not too long ago, as I mentioned, this would have been a joke, but now you've got a president, former president, acknowledging this. What changed that now we have former President Obama saying, serious now, there are things that we cannot explain?
Yeah, well, and it's not just former President Obama.
You know what's funny about this interview and hearing Lou talk and all this? They're talking about UFOs as if this was the first time anybody's ever talked about it. People in America already believed, the majority of Americans believed UFOs are real, and the majority of Americans believe that there's life on other planets. And there's a huge, and I think it's just a slight majority, I'm not sure, but it's higher than I thought the percentage. I think it was like 50%, maybe a little less, that people believe aliens have visited Earth in the past. Or is that I think that's 76%. I'm remembering differently now. But whatever it is, we already knew, especially us. I mean, we knew, but this was all for the people who didn't know. He was to make it a real serious issue, right? The threat assessment, And remember, we used to say this all the time. Why isn't he talking to civilians? Why is this all about the military, right? We never heard anybody in the last 5 years go on any of these mainstream media outlets and talk to somebody like me or you that have been in the field long enough, longer than Lou, to know what's really going on. And the threat is us. We're the threat. They don't want this technology falling in the wrong hands, and possibly it could have been created with one of our black budget programs, surreptitiously creating something with the taxpayers' dollars or whatever, and not telling the government about it. I wonder how that would go out. Wow, look, we discovered this type of propulsion. Let's not tell the government and see what we can do with it. And that could be the case for a lot of the flying saucers that are out there, or flying anything. But it's these black budget programs that they're worried about. They're worried about the technology getting into the wrong hands. I think it's possible the reason they had to come out with all this hoopla the last 5 years was to hide the possibility that somebody has the technology and they're using it and they haven't abused it yet. Maybe it's something like that. Because if you have a Tic Tac, which I don't think they do, but I don't know. You see, what bothers me is there's no evidence to back it up. None that we saw. They say there's evidence, but we don't have it. And then I almost forgot. If you throw in Jeremy Corbell, he's another one who was getting mainstream media access for getting those videos that didn't show UFOs. They showed drones and airplanes and who knows what, bokeh. But they weren't pyramids. They weren't trans-medium craft. And Jeremy Corbell got access to the mainstream media because he had some military access. He had access. Somebody was giving him videos from the military that were bullshit videos that they tried turning into UFOs. That's a Psy-Op as well. Jeremy Corbell, because of George Knapp, not because of Corbell, is part of this Psy-Op, I believe. I do. Anjali doesn't get mainstream media yet. She's not a mainstream media player, but she's a player getting on Gaia, going on all the big TV shows that are in the field. And it's killing ufology. She's definitely watering down. I know a lot of people are going to say, but her message is her experience. I don't care if it is. I don't trust her because she worked in the government, because she was Central Intelligence, because she knows how to lie. Somewhat. She's a storyteller. Lou Elizondo is a government storyteller. He has to give us, he's like J. Allen Hynek used to do, but he's not doing it with UFOs. He's doing it with verbiage more than anything. That's all. Yeah, don't forget Corbell. He's a big stain on ufology. Why? Why would they put Corbell out here on mainstream media? Why? Why? I'm going to try something. For real. I'm going to see if they will have me go on. I'm going to send them video. I'm going to send them my best UFO videos. I'm going to cut them up. You guys will see them before they do. I'm going to get them. I'm going to put them together. And I'm going to send them 2 that are really good UFOs. Videos. See if I get a call. Remember what the producer said on Tucker Carlson? Only if you have an alien body or evidence, Tucker will talk to you. You know, I hate to bring it up, but I'm not even going to tell you who said this. There's being skeptical on UFOs or of UFOs, and then there's being fanatically skeptical to the point that you come off as a raging fan of a sports team. Spot the difference. I say just the opposite, UFO Jesus. You believe way too easily. He still does. But now UFO Jesus is trying on new shoes. And now he's trying to say, where is the evidence? Where is it? He's saying stuff I said 5 years ago. God. Yeah, that was UFO Jesus. Oh yeah, let's go to John Greenwald and check out his show real quick. I want to check it out. John Greenwald. Oh, the Black Vault. That's what it is. Here we go. Is this it? Wait. 2 weeks ago? How could that be? He just put a video out, I thought. Oh, wait. I hate the way YouTube changed the way you find videos on channels now. Why don't they just put everything in one spot, like all videos, you know? Why do they have to have shorts and live and uploads and videos? There's 4 different sections, at 5 if you count playlists. It's weird. It's like, just put it all in one place. We'll scroll through it. I don't know. I don't like that we all got to go like 50 different directions to find videos. All right, this is John Greenwald talking about the UAP report not coming out and all. Well, I'm not going to listen to that. I just want to hear what he's talking about. That's all. I just want to hear it. Hold on. There we go. All right, it's Navy JAG denies major FOIA appeal, further solidifying UA. Oh, this is about how if you do a FOIA request on UFOs, you might be denied from now on. Give it 10
letter. Now, to properly set up this story, this stems from another video that I did not long ago on this channel, and it was all about a story that actually got some worldwide attention when I had published this. in essence, the U.S. Navy had denied me any UFO or UAP video under national security. They said, and I'm paraphrasing through FOIA, that what I had requested, which was any UFO video with that UAP designator or UFO designator, any of them, I requested all, but any that were releasable, they said 100% of them were not.
Wow.
Now, the video I put up was an appeal to that. Now, through FOIA, your next step, if you're denied something, is you appeal. The third step is a judicial review. You go before a judge. We'll deal with that later. But this step was the appeal. I did a full breakdown, which I don't normally do, but I wanted to show you all a little bit about how that process works. It was a very detailed appeal, but I also wanted to show the general public why I felt those videos should be released. As of today, about an hour ago, the appeal was denied.
Wow.
After going through all of that extensive detail about how I felt that videos could be released either in full or in part, namely because the other 3 FLIR, Gimbal, and Go Fast UAP videos were released, I tried to put up an argument through legal means to get those videos released. I tried to get that decision reversed. They refused. Now, why do
I don't know how you can beat the government. All they have to do is either ignore you or say, sorry, can't do this. And that's it. The government's going to win every time.
I think that this is such a big deal? Some of you may go, oh, that doesn't really sound that big of a deal. They're very secretive. What this essentially does is solidifies the secrecy that they now have encapsulated anything related to UFOs and UAP in.
Yep.
Specifically, it's the most important part of these phenomena, the visual imagery. In this specific case, it was only videos. I tried to separate videos and photos. I do have a separate case for photos. We'll see how that turns out.
Man, this is terrible. You can watch the rest of that on the Black Vault. I'll drop a link like I usually do in the show description. But man, you know, they're really trying to shut us out. Why though? Why? Why now? I thought they were being transparent. Yeah. Funny how you want to believe what they say, but you can't. You just can't. The government doesn't care what you or I think. They really, really, not when it comes to UFOs. They don't give a shit what we think. They would rather us keep doing what we're doing, which is running around in circles looking for answers and not getting any for the rest of our lives. That's what's going to happen. That's what's been happening for me for 18 years. No answers. I can't get answers on anything myself. I stopped trying. John's been doing it forever, and now he's being shut out. Not that he has special access or anything, but he's a expert on FOIA requests, and if he's getting shut out, that means anything that hasn't been found out about in the archives of ufology by the government will never, ever, ever be able to find out unless somebody changes the law. It's very amazing. Very amazing. That's a weird two-worded. That those don't go together. Very amazing? Nah, really amazing, but not very. Very? Come on. David Fravor and Alex Dietrich both described a churning or disturbance of the water over an object that was just below the surface. It turns out a lot of USO cases have the same characteristic. You know, described as a haze, a mist, a fog, or even boiling like water. Which is true. Shag Harbor had that. That is the one that comes to mind when I think of the green and white foam and churning water. That was like the UFO would be underwater, just under the water, like 10 feet or so, right? You can see it, but then this fog or haze or whatever comes over it. Pretty wild. I think what that is, it's almost like the UFO is cleaning out, like they're cleaning out the engines or something, right? Yeah, this guy says, Michelangelo says, I have no idea why this occurs, but maybe these craft are really hot. During the Cash Landrum incident in Texas, 1980, the three witnesses described extreme heat in their car, and the UFO also melted the asphalt on the road. Oh, I can't do any voices today. Can't do Travis, it hurts. Yeah, isn't that weird? It's amazing. I love that stuff. What else? Hal Puthoff. Oh, here's a good guy. Hal Puthoff. The phenomenon is not constituted exclusively of the members of the current human population, he says. It is currently unknown whether the phenomenon is exclusively extraterrestrial, extra-dimensional, crypto-terrestrial, demonic jinn, proto-ancient, human, time travelers, etc., or some combination of mutation of any or all of these. However, it appears highly likely that the phenomenon per se is not constituted exclusively of members of the current human population. What does that mean? Not constituted exclusive. Okay, so it's not just exclusively with members of the current human population. What does he mean? Like the past or the future? I'll put off throwing down confusion as always. As of today, November 16th, the UAP UFO report has not been delivered to Congress. This comes from a signed letter directly to me, John Greenwald, from the ODNI. Anyone who has posted otherwise should explain themselves. Tag them if you want them to this address. Tag them if you want them to address this. Keep people accountable. Mr. Greenwald, this letter acknowledges your mandatory declassification review request received by the Office of the on November 2, 22, pursuant to Section 3.5 of the Executive Order 13526. You requested a declassification review of the classified report of the UAP as given to Congress on or around October 31st, 2022. As of this date of this communication, the report has not yet been provided to Congress. They expect the final report to be provided in short order. We have opened this case in a hold status and will begin processing your request once the report has been conveyed to the Hill. It's on hold. And I'm out of energy. I gotta go. I just got hit. So thank you, moderators and super chatters. It was an interesting night. I wish I could have had more energy and more information and more fun things to talk about. We'll be back, I hope, tomorrow night, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. You can help support the show. All the links are in the description. Even after the show, the thanks button, it's everywhere on all old videos. Thank you, newcomers and veterans, for hanging out as well. Give the show a chance. I say give it a few days. If you like it, subscribe it, keep it, share it, talk about it. You hate it, talk about it anyway. Yeah, we try to do everything right, right? What are we? We're Truthology. Truthology for ufology. Thanks. Right? All right. You guys take care. It was fun being back. I'll talk to you guys later. What are we doing? No, we didn't do that yet. That's right. All right. We're out of here. Alien bless.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
objects.